Hello all and welcome to Astro Wheel of Fortune. My name is Vlada and I read tarot. And today I'm doing something a little bit different. I just wanted to do something fun. I didn't want to be too serious in the reading and I just wanted it to be a little bit more playful. So the topic today is on your next life. Your next life or your next reincarnation, whatever you want to see it as. Again, this is not something that I am an expert on. I don't know shit about reincarnation or past lives, future lives, but it is something that I believe in. It is something that and I do believe that all of our lives technically probably happen at the same time on some sort of energetic level. But I just, for the purposes of this reading, I thought it would just be kind of fun to speculate on what your next lifetime might be like and where it might be and what you might take away from this lifetime into your next lifetime. I just thought it could be like a fun topic, a fun reading to do. So with that, let's get started. We have 5 piles here: group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4, and group 5. You can pause the video if you like to meditate over the cards. I have the oracle cards shuffled, but we're going to be shuffling the tarot on camera. And yeah, let's get started. So we're going to get started with group number 1. What is your next lifetime, group number 1? Visionary, wolf, we've got older woman, lighthearted, carefree time, and older man. Interesting. Lighthearted, carefree time. Well, first of all, what I'm getting here, I'm almost getting this, your love life is going to be very easygoing in your next lifetime. And maybe you're learning a lot of lessons in this lifetime about like not having codependency issues, because with the wolf spirit is very independent. So I'm getting that in your next lifetime, you're going to be somebody very, very independent. And through this independence, it's going to be very easy for you to find a partner who's also very independent, with whom you can have a very like natural and healthy relationship with. I think you're going to grow old. I actually feel like what I'm getting, another message that I'm getting is that somebody that you're connected to in this lifetime is going to really follow you as a soulmate into your next lifetime. So it could be somebody, whoever you end up with in this lifetime, they're going to carry on into your next lifetime as a soulmate. That's what I'm getting. But honestly, what I'm getting is that your next life is going to be pretty, like, I'm getting a sense of ease, a sense of like, I don't feel like life is too difficult. I feel like you are an old soul already, so I feel like in your next lifetime, your next lifetime might potentially be your last or one of your last lifetimes. That's another thing that I'm getting. You're going to be very wise in your next lifetime. You're going to be somebody who's going to get to grow to a very old age as well with these 2 cards. And I think again, for some of you now, I'm not going to say specifically that this older woman and older man specify a romantic soulmate. This could mean that you carry friendship over, like a friendship that is very solid, that is going to be really important in your next lifetime. But for most of you, I do feel like it's a little bit more romantic. And again, I know it's older man and older woman, but this is just like 2 older people that I'm getting here. It doesn't have to be those genders. So it could be that you reincarnate as a man and a woman. And it's like, even if you're a man, I feel like whoever's watching this, you're going to reincarnate probably as a more feminine energy, a more yin energy, in your next lifetime. But very independent feminine energy. That's what I'm getting. And somebody who grows old with a soulmate. And there's a level of ease. I'm also getting a little bit of a genius strike, because I am getting, you're gonna achieve something in this next lifetime. There's gonna be some sort of accolade. I'm getting a scientist for some reason. So you might be a scientist in your next lifetime. Maybe you're a scientist in this lifetime and it's something that your soul likes and wants to carry over into your next lifetime. Might want to perfect it even more. But I'm getting like scientific energy here. you might be really fascinated by by science in general right now, but I feel like in your next lifetime, for some reason, I'm getting like a sciencey energy to you. Like I'm getting you might receive some sort of award in your next lifetime, or some sort of, again, awards. Like don't think it's like the Nobel Prize or something like that. Again, doesn't matter what it is, but it could be a smaller award, it could be a really big award. Again, it probably would depend. It's a general reading, so it would depend for a lot of you. But I'm really getting a sense of like, you're going to receive some sort of award or accolade for your achievements in the scientific field potentially in your next lifetime. And your life is not going to be too complicated. And I think it's not going to be too complicated, not because, oh, you have it easy. I think in your next lifetime, you're going to be so good at discerning um, where life has the potential to get complicated and avoid it. Because of your wisdom. There's a lot of wisdom. I feel like some of you might be more mature, more older, kind of like older souls already. Um, Again, depends on what you believe in, right? So I'm not going to tell you what to believe in. Let's pull some tarot. I think you're going to be famous for something or have some sort of recognition for something. I'm really getting that. But I'm not getting like a celebrity. I'm not getting a celebrity energy. I'm not getting an actor or a singer. I'm getting specifically like science, or maybe even like a social justice person, or a politician or something like that. Like I'm not even getting politician. I feel like it's science, and especially with the star card, which is ruled by Aquarius. Aquarius to me, and also wolves remind me of Aquarian energy a little bit, because wolves live in packs, and Aquarius, 11th house, which is ruled by Aquarius, is the house of communities and, in a way, packs, right? But also wolves can be super independent, and so can Aquarians. You might be an Aquarius in your next lifetime. Maybe you have Aquarius. Do you have Aquarius North Node? I wonder if you have Aquarius North Node in this current lifetime. And I wonder if you're going to be somebody who is going to have Aquarius South Node, or have a lot of Aquarius in your chart in your next lifetime. But very wise, very intelligent. Most likely I'm getting a feminine energy here for sure. It depends. You could be a woman, or maybe you're not going to identify as a woman, but there's more like of a feminine yin quality to you. In your next lifetime that I'm picking up on. But I'm seeing like somebody being like a partner in crime with you in your next lifetime as well. I'm seeing somebody who, but you are not codependent on this person. There's this real nice sense of independence to both you and this person in this next lifetime. I'm also getting that you're going to be somebody who's going to have really striking eyes. That's another thing that's coming through. Like I'm getting a sense of people will just respect you because of your aura. There's not going to be a love. Like if you don't feel very respected in this lifetime, or you don't feel like people take you seriously in this lifetime, I feel like that is something that is changing in your next lifetime, or by the end of this lifetime, and you're carrying that into your next lifetime. I think you're going to find that, you're going to find, not like you'll remember this reading in your next lifetime. I don't know, maybe you will. But what's coming through here is that you're gonna have a sense of this authority even from a very young age when you come into this next lifetime, the new lifetime. Potentially, those kids that when they speak, again, look at that kind of like a sense of authority here. Like those kids, when they speak, they almost sound like an adult, and you're kind of like, where did you learn to speak like that? I'm getting that kind of energy. I think in your next lifetime, you're going to come into the world very mature and very, very in tune and very wise. You're not going to be very emotional in your next lifetime. I don't know if you find that you are very emotional in this lifetime. And it's not because you're not in touch with your emotions. In fact, I feel like you're going to be very in touch with your emotions, and that's why you're not going to be too emotional, or emotionally, like there's not going to be emotional roller coasters in your life. It feels like this next lifetime is going to be very, like there's going to be emotional moments with especially with the Nine of Swords. There are going to be times where emotions will run high, and that's normal. That's the human experience. But I'm getting a very strong energy that it might be a little bit more like, even I'm not getting high emotions with this nine of swords per se. You might have some problems, or you might be a night owl. That's another thing that I'm getting. You might have some problems with your sleep because the star card makes me think of like a starry night. So you might be a real night owl in your next lifetime, and you might spend a lot of time kind of working at night or doing things at night. um you might be somebody who's most productive at night, but you're going to be very drawn to nighttime, because the wolf also makes me think of like how wolves howl at the moon. So it's like nighttime, night, and I'm getting nighttime a lot. So I wonder if you're somebody who's going to be very drawn to the moon, even, or maybe you're going to be an astrologer. I You could be a very famous astrologer, in your next lifetime. That's another thing that's coming through. So we've got potential professions might include a kind of like well recognized scientist, a well recognized astrologer, or I would say even like a well recognized social worker. But I'm kind of leaning towards scientist or astrologer. And you're gonna be you're gonna be somebody who's gonna because with visionary I'm seeing like inventiveness and revolutionizing something. But I feel like there's almost this energy of like you receiving awards, because with the King of Pentacles I'm getting receiving awards. But again, with the King of Pentacles I'm also seeing a stable partner. You're gonna have a very stable partner through your lifetime, and I think this is somebody you're gonna grow old with in your next lifetime. There's this energy of like this is my trusted friend or partner that I like. Oh, you might be partners, like you might actually work together, but it could kind of end up being a romantic thing as well. I want to pull a love card because I was kind of curious to see if I could pull a love card for your next lifetime, to see kind of like a glimpse of your love life in general. Fixing problems, mending, healing. You know what I'm getting? I'm getting that maybe in this lifetime, anything that is not resolved in this lifetime with this, because I feel like it is a soulmate. Anything that's not resolved in this lifetime with the soulmate, or anything, and I'm not saying that things are not going to be resolved, but anything that is like residual and still needs to be mended and still needs to be fixed, anything like that is going to be brought into your next lifetime. I feel like you might carry some relationship. I'm not going to say issues, because I don't feel this is a very peaceful lifetime. Like, I feel a very stable, very peaceful. You're more focused on your career than you are on your love life, but anything to do with your love life, you're very good at dealing with it. And you deal with it with a more lighthearted energy. You don't get too bogged down. Like your emotions, you're able to feel your emotions and kind of let go of them. There's a real, again, this airy energy of Aquarius, like not really needing to carry these emotions too intensely. But I feel like your career is almost like your big love as well, because I feel like you're really going to care about what you're doing. It's not just going to be about making money. It's not just going to be about stability. It's going to be like a passion. Like the star card makes me think it's like something that you are very invested in, and something that you really care about. Your career is going to be kind of like your whole life, and not in this kind of like, oh, I'm a workaholic kind of way, but it's like you're gonna be doing what you love. You're gonna be doing what you love, and you're gonna be doing something that you really really care about in your next lifetime. And I'm getting like loads of research, you doing loads of research, you doing loads of maybe writing loads of papers, doing loads of experiments, or something along those lines. And I'm almost getting a lot of I don't know if you'd be even somebody who tries to mix spirituality with science and like using logic and using science to explain spirituality. Like I'm even getting, maybe you're going to be somebody who's interested in physics or something like that. or like quantum physics potentially as well. But you're going to be highly, highly intelligent. Potentially, you're highly intelligent in this lifetime already, and you're going to be carrying that over into your next lifetime. But I feel like, you kind of like, according to your love story, I'm seeing that your love life is going to be pretty easy, and that's why I think you're not as focused on your love life in your next lifetime, because you're kind of like, I feel like love life is easy. You know, I'm happy being single. I'm happy being in a relationship. I don't mind. And I do think you're going to grow old with somebody. Like there's that energy of like till death do us part kind of thing. But yeah, I think that's all I'm getting for you, group one. So this is the next lifetime that you can you can expect, you can await. But don't forget, this is just for fun. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did like it, do like, subscribe, and comment. I'd love to hear what you think. If you have any thoughts, if you have no thoughts, just say hello if you feel like it. I'm going to move on. So I'm going to move on to group number two. Group number two, let's see. What is your next lifetime? What can you expect? We've got mediator, dolphin spirit, this and that are true. This and that are true, and mediator. It's kind of like, yeah, I can see your point and I can see your point. Why am I getting couples therapist straight away? You might be some sort of therapist in your next lifetime, like or somebody who deals with people, literally a mediator. We've got lightning, control your anger or you will be sorry. We've got shark, which is interesting, like shark and dolphin, take care or there will be loss of material wealth. And we've got dark man, dealings or a relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair. So you could potentially reincarnate as a masculine energy, as a man, or somebody who's like non-binary but identifies more with masculine energy. I'm seeing you mediate a lot of conflict in your next lifetime. And there's a lot of negotiation. There's a lot of kind of, I wonder if you're somebody who's going to be a couples therapist, or maybe some sort of therapist where you work with multiple people. You don't just work one to one. But I'm getting that you're somebody who is going to understand conflict through and through in your next lifetime. Maybe you have a lot of conflict in this lifetime, or have had a lot of conflict already in this lifetime. And again, with the 2 zeros too, I'm getting balancing and being able to see both sides of the story. You're somebody, because with this lightning card, I'm not getting control your anger or you'll be sorry as if it's talking to you. I'm getting more so this is something that you might implement with people that you're working with, or how you're dealing with people. I actually feel like you're going to be somebody who's very like, I feel like you're going to be really educated on mental health, or you're going to be really educated on how to handle conflict in general. There's a lot of respectful energy here. There's a lot of communicative energy here. You might be an excellent communicator in your next lifetime. And your career could be something to do with communicating very clearly and speaking your mind very clearly. What I'm getting here as well is that you could have a lot of Libra energy in your next lifetime. Maybe you are a Libra North node. Let me know if you are. And potentially you're going to be going into your next lifetime with maybe like a heavy 7th house, or maybe a lot of Libra energy. Maybe you're going to end up having a Libra South node in your next lifetime. But also I'm getting that, yeah, you're going to be somebody who's a natural peacemaker in your next lifetime. So let's pull some tarot for you. I'm also getting that you're probably going to, like, if you are like a professional mediator or a profession, like, for some reason I'm getting in your next lifetime, the job that I'm kind of seeing here, it doesn't even exist yet. It's not even real. It's like we couldn't even fathom the job that you're going to be doing in your next lifetime. I think a lot of people are going to you're not going to make sense to a lot of people in your next lifetime. Maybe you see that in yourself as well. Maybe that's something that you see already in this current lifetime. Maybe you're kind of aware of that energy within you now. It's like people don't really get you, don't completely understand you, but people always feel calmer when you're around, and people always feel like you're going to take care of things when you're around. And that, like, you're somebody in your next lifetime. I think what you're carrying over, the energy that I'm feeling like you're carrying over, is that you're somebody who people feel safe around. And I think you're carrying that energy into your next lifetime. With the Two of Cups being in reverse here and having the um I do feel like you're probably gonna be um I'm actually for the love, because I did pull a love card for the love portion of the reading for group number one. So let's pull a love card before I say anything about love in your next lifetime. We've got diary, secrets, revelation, deception. That's what I'm getting. You might be very secretive, because the moon card, I was kind of thinking, I was like, what is it? It's like people won't get you because you're going to be very secretive. I think you're going to be a very, very private person in your next life. You're not going to be somebody who's going to tell people much about your life. You're definitely going to strive to be a little bit more of a, like it's, I'm not getting energy of somebody who wants to be famous or somebody who wants to be well known for what they do. You are going to be working behind the scenes, and you're going to be somebody who's more interested in being, as I'm almost getting, is like interested in being invisible, or it's like people can't track you. Like I'm almost getting this energy of like, I don't want to be tracked. I'm getting a little bit of Scorpio, but I'm also getting Pisces energy. So we've got Libra, Scorpio, and Pisces here. So a lot of energies are coming in, but I'm getting this real kind of stealthy, hidden energy. You're somebody who likes to bring peace and resolutions to people, but you're also somebody who likes to go under the radar in your next lifetime. I'm even getting, like I'm getting a little bit of like spying energy, so you might kind of have some sort of element of spying in your next lifetime. Again, I feel like specifically career wise, I feel like whatever your career is going to be in your next lifetime, like it does not exist yet in this lifetime. It does not exist in our reality. But it's something very, it's kind of like there's this mediator, what's the word that I'm trying to look for? Negotiator. You could be a type of negotiator, but you do it really under wraps. You do it behind the scenes. You do it very carefully so that you can't be tracked. There's this kind of energy of like, I want to go under the radar. Very interesting. Like I'm almost getting like a secret agent kind of energy. Maybe you are going to be some sort of secret agent in your next lifetime, because that's kind of what I'm getting here. And like I'm getting, there's almost like a sense of danger here, but it's not overwhelming. It doesn't feel like, I don't feel like we don't have a tower card here. We don't have anything like too intense. So it kind of feels like maybe there's a sense of like, oh, I could be caught at any time. I could be caught at any time, but I'm not. That's what I'm getting. And so I feel like a lot of your relationships are going to be very secret. I'm getting, again, it's like your next lifetime you might spend a lot of time living in secrecy, living under the radar. I'm even hearing living off grid. So you might want to keep your relationships a little bit more secret, keep your relationships from the public. I don't think you're going to be somebody who's interested in anything like in the spotlight. And again, maybe in this lifetime you're meant to have a lot of spotlight, and maybe in this lifetime you're meant to kind of get a lot of recognition, and so in your next lifetime you're almost kind of like wanting to do something else. But I feel like in your next lifetime it's very kind of like it's almost exciting and it's almost intriguing, but you're very under the radar, very behind the scenes. Another thing that I'm getting, some of you potentially could be doing some spiritual work, but it's like very behind the scenes. The spiritual work, you're not doing it in front of an audience, you're not doing it in front of people. It's covert rather than overt. But balance is super important in your next lifetime. It's not like you're super secretive to the point where you're just living in this secrecy and you're obsessed with being secretive. There's it's kind of like, yes, you're secretive, but you're also very aware of the balanced life that you need to live. You're gonna know exactly what you want in this next lifetime. You're not gonna be confused about what you want. It's kind of like, just because I live a secret life. Could you be living a double life like Hannah Montana? Like, why am I getting that all of a sudden? This could be like you're living a double life. You could be living as one person. It's like people know, oh my God, that's what I'm getting here. It's like you're living as one person, but in reality, you have like, it's like people might think that you go to a job in the office every day, but in reality, you are doing something completely different and you're this completely different person. You're gonna be Hannah Montana in your next lifetime. That's what it is. But it's really kind of, it's like people must not know, and it could even be that your relationships have to be secret because it's very, you have to be very careful who you let. It's kind of like if you have a relationship in your life, you have to make sure that you can trust them with the information and like who you really are. And so there's this level of like excitement, but also I think relationships might be a little bit difficult for you in your next lifetime. Not forever. I think you are going to work it out, but I think in your next lifetime it could potentially even be this feeling of like, God, it's so hard for me to have a relationship because of what I do and how I live my life, how I have this double life that I live almost. Um, you know, living a double life, that's exactly what I'm getting. It's almost like in your next lifetime, you're not just getting one lifetime, you're getting two lifetimes because it's like you're doing two different things. On the outside, on the surface, you seem to be doing one thing, but in reality, you're just something completely different, something that people are not seeing about you. And there's a level of like, ha ha ha, nobody knows that I'm doing, like, I'm leading this life. It could be, you could be some sort of a secret agent, but I feel like, as I'm getting some sort of like classified information with the secret diary, right? You might hold a lot of classified information. You might hold a lot of really important information that you don't want people to be privy to, and you have to keep secret. So interesting. I think, well, your next lifetime is definitely going to be very interesting. Group number two. Um, yeah. I was going to say, let me know. Well, obviously, you won't be able to, but if you like this reading, do like, subscribe, and comment. I'd love to hear what you thought. This one was really cool and interesting, but I'm going to move on. We're going to pack this up and move on to group number 3. What is your next lifetime? What is your next reincarnation? Let's see. What are you taking away from this lifetime potentially? Let's get into it. We've got Avenger, and we've got the sex worker card here. We've also got Otter Spirit. You are never alone. One thing that I'm getting is like straight away, potentially, because otters, I think of relationships when I think of otters. You might be somebody who is seeking a relationship in your next lifetime, but you're seeking almost like you might be seeking like a power couple relationship in your next lifetime. Oh, we've got money. Oh, we've got money here. Because see the way on the drawing, we've got all. You're going to be somebody who's very rich. But I'm getting that you could potentially become rich through a partner, or you and a partner make a lot of money together. That's what I'm getting. Use your intuition to make beneficial changes. Very intuitive. Another thing that I'm getting is that in your next lifetime, you could be potentially somebody who might use like your energetic powers, your intuition, like, I don't know, even maybe potentially magic or witchcraft to pull people in. I also think you're going to be very good looking in your next. I'm not saying you're not in this lifetime, but I feel like we're talking about your next lifetime. I'm getting that you're going to be very, very attractive. I'm kind of getting a lot of people will want, and I wonder if you're going to be very attractive, but you're also, because I keep hearing I look expensive. You're going to be somebody who has this like air to you of looking expensive and looking luxurious. There's a lot of luxury around you in your next lifetime. Desire to balance scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. Honestly, I'm kind of getting that it's from rags to riches kind of story here. I am getting a rags to riches kind of story. You're somebody who's going to work hard. You're going to put a lot of effort in to making money and becoming successful and becoming quite wealthy in your next lifetime. And I think you're going to do it alongside a partner, or at some stage, a partner's going to come your way and they're going to amplify your wealth. Either by like you're literally marrying somebody who's very wealthy, or you're going to make a lot of money with this partner. But you're going to be somebody who's going to I'm kind of getting raising amongst the ranks into like a rich society and calling out the toxicity of rich people. And in a way, it's kind of like I had to get to this point and kind of get your attention. You might do a lot of work with the Avenger card for people that are not as wealthy or not as privileged in your next lifetime. But you're going to be very feisty as well in your next lifetime. Like you're going to let people have it. You could call out you could call out society in general for how it distributes money in your next lifetime. I feel like I'm almost getting like trying to take down corporations. It's like I became rich so that I could take down corporations, so that I could take down, the bullies or whatever. That's what I'm getting. But you're gonna be very concerned with money and how money is distributed in the world in general and between classes. You're gonna be kind of really concerned about how the working class people get treated, because I think you're going to start out as not very wealthy and you're going to build your wealth, and then when you're amongst these like wealthier people, like I'm not necessarily getting that you're going to be like a billionaire or anything like that in your next lifetime, but you're going to be wealthy enough and you're going to be calling it out. You're going to be calling the system out, and you're kind of going to be talking about like, yes, I climbed. That's what I'm looking at. The word I'm looking for. Climbed through the ranks, but I had to do it just to get your attention. I had to do it just to get enough power to even fight you. Like that's what I'm getting. I'm almost getting Robin Hood kind of energy. I'm stealing from the rich so I can give to the poor, and I had to become rich myself so that I could even get anywhere. Let's pull some tarot. Very interesting. But I'm getting very feisty energy. I feel like a lot of people are going to support you as well on your kind of journey. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of people that are obviously not going to be happy about it, and probably the rich won't be happy. The working class might be very happy. I feel like you're going to gain a lot of supporters. You know what? You potentially could be a politician or something like that in your next lifetime, where you're calling out how laws oppress certain people. Yeah, I think you're going to be pretty well known. It's funny, the star card has come out for the second pile so far, and I kind of feel like you're going to be well known for well, first of all, this rags to riches. Second of all, I'm getting this Robin Hood energy. But you're gonna live a life of luxury, but I think luxury is like not unreasonably so. Do you know what I mean? I kind of feel like you're going to be very mindful. I think you're going to be very charitable as well. You're probably going to give a lot of money to charities, a lot of people to good, or a lot of money to good causes. And I keep getting you're going to have a lot of supporters. You're going to have a lot of supporters. I am getting that you're probably like I kind of tried to see if it would be feminine energy that you will be reincarnated as, or masculine. I am getting more of a feminine energy for this group. Um but I feel like you're going to be somebody who's more concerned with society rather than your personal life, and that's but I feel like you are going to be in some sort of power couple. I'm almost getting like you potentially and a partner working towards change. It's kind of, yeah, I feel like you're going to be calling out greed. There's something about calling out greed here that I'm seeing. um you could be like a famous lawyer that decides to take something on, like, and you become famous for it. Like I'm kind of getting you take on something big that other people are afraid to go after, and this thing pays off, and you see that like it wasn't for nothing. You're gonna get some results. But that's what I'm getting in your next lifetime. And I think you're going to be super intuitive in your next lifetime, but you're using that intuition to change society. I don't think you're going to be necessarily like a witch or a spiritual practitioner or like a medium or anything like that. I'm getting you're intuitive and you're using your intuition to like alter society and change um inequality. Okay, let's pull a love card because I was pulling love cards for every pile to see like what your love story might be. And that's where I'm kind of getting that it could be you and another person, but sorry, just loads of cards came out, so I'm just going to pull friendship, support, support. You're going to have I'm getting that you're going to have like you could have fans potentially, you could have people that really admire you for what you do. I think maybe you actually end up in a relationship with one of your supporters. I'm almost getting like somebody who is going to be a big supporter of yours, that you could end up in a relationship with this person. And again, we've got gossip here. I do feel like I'm kind of getting in your next lifetime, because you're going to be doing really important work and you're really going to be speaking out. And again, it's going to ruffle a few feathers. I am seeing that here. I think it could be that in your next lifetime, these people attempt to like spread gossip against you or something like that. But you're not going to be phased by it, because we've got the Temperance card here. It's like you can handle it. But I'm getting a very strong energy of somebody who's like, right, there needs to be a change. And again, with the Star card coming out here, I do feel like you're going to be well known and have supporters, and there's going to be this feeling of, okay, these people like there's people supporting me, there's people believing in me. Let's get this done, let's tackle a toxic system. Let's tackle something that's unfair. And again, another message that's coming through with the charities and being charitable, you're going to be very careful where you're donating as well. You're not just going to like donate and kind of be like, oh, I'm not going to research like the charity that I'm donating or anything like that. Like there's a very deliberate, like you are going to donate to very specific causes that you've researched, that you know a lot about. Um, but like you're gonna be like, I keep hearing tough cookie, like you might be somebody who's very, very tough, um and very brave. There's a lot of courage here that I'm picking up on. And it's kind of like, wow, this person really has the balls to go after this system or these people. Fair play to them. Like there's that kind of feeling there. um but I feel like you're also, with the friendship card here, I feel like you're going to have a lot of friends in your next lifetime. There's a lot of friendship energy. There's a lot of kind of community. You're somebody who's very concerned with your community and the people in your community. You have a lot of concern that not just your closest and dearest friends are okay, but the community that you live in, that it also thrives as a whole. Again, potentially very similar to another pile, you could be an Aquarius in your next lifetime, but you could also be a Sagittarius, and I can really see that. Aquarius and Sagittarius energy is coming through, and especially with the unicorn, because the horses always make me think of Sagittarius. Um, but you are, with the unicorn as well, I think you're going to be very unique. There's going to be just this unique sense of like courage and bravery. Maybe this is something that you're harnessing in this lifetime. You're kind of gathering a lot of this courage. And again, maybe you're becoming more and more courageous through your lifetime. Maybe you're somebody who's concerned with these things already. And I feel like you are going to really carry it into your next lifetime. But you're gonna have a lot of friends. Like I'm even getting with the love story, like yes, you probably would have a relationship with somebody who really supports you and who really believes in you, but your friends are really gonna believe in you. You're gonna have really genuine supporters, and that's what's really beautiful here. It's like You're going to have very genuine friendships, very genuine people in your life, genuine community that cares about you. People that will fight for you as well because you're fighting for them. That's what I'm getting. It's like, well, they fought for us, so we are going to fight for this person now for group number 3, because they did everything possible to help us. You know what this reminds me of? It kind of makes me think of like Princess Diana, and the way people always said she's the people's princess, or she's the princess for the people. That's almost the energy that I'm getting here with this group. It's kind of like you might be in some sort of luxurious lifestyle, or you might be living amongst rich and privileged people, but you are somebody who's aware that there needs to be a change. And it's kind of, wasn't it the whole thing that Princess Diana was actually against the monarchy, and she thought that it should have been demolished or demolished also maybe. but that's the energy that I'm getting here. It's almost like, yeah, there's that. And again, it could be on a bigger scale, it could be on a little bit of a smaller scale. Again, it could be, you could be known worldwide, or maybe you just are known in a country or something like that, in a specific country, as somebody who really, you were for the people. And you're going to be remembered as very down to earth when, your next lifetime is up. So that's what I got for you, group number 3. Such an interesting reading. I hope you liked it. If you did, like, subscribe, and comment, especially just like with any feedback, whatever, or just say hello if you feel like it. But I really enjoyed doing this one. And let's move on to our next group, and that is group number 4. I forgot how to count. Group number 4, let's get into it. So what is your next lifetime potentially going to be like? Let's get into it. Teacher, Panther Spirit, and it's group 4, and it's 44. Very interesting. So 444 could be important. You might be a life path number 4 or 8 in your next lifetime. Let's see what else we've got. Happiness, compliments from an admirer, and we've got celebration, fun, enjoyment. What I'm getting here is that your next lifetime is going to be completely empowering. You're just going to feel like the most empowered creature. You're going to be so confident in your next lifetime. If you don't feel confident in this lifetime, I feel like by the end of this lifetime, you're going to gather a lot of confidence, and you're going to empower yourself a lot by the end of this lifetime. But in the next lifetime that I'm reading on here, you are gonna be confident. Nobody can tell you anything. Nobody can, sidetrack you. You are gonna have your eyes on the prize. You're gonna be so confident in your body, your whole essence, who you are as a human, as a person in general. And you're going to have a lot of admirers. You're going to have people that are, and I feel like specifically romantic admirers are coming through. I think you're going to be somebody who people find very attractive, and not because you are, not particularly because of looks, but because of this empowerment. And there's going to be something very intense about you, but not in this kind of like, I'm not getting particularly like, oh, it's so intense because it's this kind of shadowy energy. It's more so you're intense because your power can be sensed so easily when you come into a room. It's like when you come into a room, what is when you come into a room, it's like, okay, let's all watch out for this person because they're not going to take any shit from us. You could be some sort of teacher. Again, of course, but I feel like it's more so you're going to be so confident and so empowered that you're going to be teaching other people how to be the same. I'm honestly getting, if I'm very honest, like I feel like your next lifetime is going to be pretty easy, and I feel like your guides are like, you earned it. I feel like maybe this lifetime was so far has been kind of exhausting or tiring, or I feel like maybe this lifetime started out quite difficult for you. and your guides are like, I feel like you're gonna have the most beautiful childhood in your next lifetime. Your next lifetime is gonna, you're just gonna have the most amazing parents, the most amazing, again with the teacher card, it's like your parents are gonna teach you. You're gonna be very educated in your next lifetime, and your lifetime, in a way, potentially you could even be a little bit privileged in your next lifetime. But it's not, but you're not gonna be like corrupted by the privilege. You're going to be very aware of the privilege, and you're going to be very um, very humble. There's humility here as well. So humble, a little bit of an introvert potentially. I'm kind of getting an introverted energy, but very, like, people love being around you. So maybe you are recognizing yourself in this lifetime, like that. Because again, sometimes I think maybe our lifetimes are don't have to be drastically different every single time. Maybe they kind of slowly morph into something else. Do you know what I mean? So, but yeah, I feel like you're going to be some sort of educator. You're going to be teaching people, because you're from a very early age, you're going to be somebody who will get a lot of education and a lot of knowledge. Um, but I keep getting the most beautiful childhood. You're gonna have the most beautiful childhood in your next lifetime. Like, I'm getting loving parents, loving, just, you're gonna feel a lot of love very early on in your next lifetime. So let's pull some tarot for you. Yeah, like, because I'm getting, there's a lot to celebrate in your next lifetime. There's a lot to kind of, you're going to be very optimistic as well. And I think it is because in your next lifetime, you are going to be programmed from a very early age. You're going to be programmed to see the best in life, to see the best in people. And I feel like even in this lifetime, I feel like by the end of your lifetime, as you are right now, I wonder if you're working on switching perspectives. I wonder if you're working on how you see things. Maybe you're working on your pessimistic views, or where you see things negatively, and how you can reprogram yourself to see life a little bit more positively. So maybe that's why you're carrying that kind of energy into your next lifetime. I'm kind of getting, in this lifetime, you could end up being like a really positive person. Even if you don't see yourself like that now, I feel like by the end of this lifetime, you're gonna be able to be grateful, and just, this is the third, or yeah, the third time that the Star card has come out. I just want to say, it's the third pile where the Star card has come out. Queen of Cups in reverse. Oh, you know what I'm getting? I'm getting that next lifetime could be your last lifetime. Or one of your last lifetimes. I feel, honestly, do you know what I'm getting? In this lifetime, you're kind of, like, I'm kind of getting that your spirit guides are like, this is one of those lifetimes where you're wrapping stuff up, you know that, right? Like, I'm kind of getting that. So maybe some of you really do feel that way. You're kind of, you're like, yes, I do actually feel like I'm wrapping up a lot of cycles and a lot of karmic debts. Yeah, it kind of does feel, and I feel like, for some reason, it's like, the question and the reading is about your next lifetime, but they keep wanting to talk about this lifetime, like, that you're in right now. And they keep saying, like, you're cutting a lot of cords in this lifetime. You're wrapping up a lot of karmic cycles in this lifetime. This lifetime that you're living right now was meant to be basically like your problem solving lifetime. And then the next lifetime you go into, that's where you kind of get to just experience life on easy mode, and you get to kind of just live your life a little bit more freely. Because but this lifetime is where you're going to have to figure most of your stuff out. It doesn't mean that it's going to be difficult or hard all the time, but I feel like this present lifetime is where you're going to have to do a lot of shadow work. You are called to do a lot of shadow work, because the more shadow work you do in this lifetime, the more you kind of strive to accept yourself, and really observe your shame, and observe those more negative emotions that you feel, the easier your next lifetime is going to be. It's kind of like they're almost coming in and being like, yeah, like, you're just doing a bit of shadow work, and then You know, your next lifetime, oh yeah, that's just a bit of a formality. Your next lifetime, just a bit of an easy lifetime. You don't have to worry about it. Like I'm almost getting your spirit guides are really funny. Your spirit guides are kind of like, yeah, you just got a little bit more to tie up here, and then next lifetime it's just celebration, fun, and enjoyment, and you're just in happiness. You're just gonna have fun then. So I feel like your next lifetime is just meant to be fun. Um, and I do feel like even this lifetime that you're in right now is meant to be fun, but it's like fun with quite a bit of shadow work. And it does not mean that in your next lifetime, oh, you just won't need to do shadow work. Of course you do, but I feel like the majority of your shadow work is to be done in this lifetime. So interesting. Because I'm kind of like it's just so funny how they're showing me. I'm even getting here, see the way she's opening up the globe, but I'm almost getting this is almost like your soul, and these are all the lifetimes that you've had to do. Why am I getting like you're an old soul, but sometimes you don't really feel like an old soul? Why am I getting that kind of energy as well? It's like, yeah, I know I'm an old soul, but I don't really, or you don't even know. It's almost like you don't know like you're an old soul. You are an old soul, but I'm almost getting. Oh, do you know what I'm getting? Your next lifetime might not even be on Earth. Maybe that's why I'm kind of like they keep being like, yeah, this could be your last lifetime on Earth, or like in the reality of Earth as we know it. Because with the star card, I'm getting a different message here than what I was getting for the other ones. For the other ones, I was getting like recognition and people thinking you're famous or something. Well, not particularly fame, but in your next lifetime, you're probably like it's not gonna be a lifetime on Earth. Off to the source you go. Bye. Not necessarily, but I just feel like maybe this is your last lifetime on Earth. But like, not necessarily, because I kind of feel like it might be though. It might just not be. You might be just kind of going to a different type of life. And again, like don't allow this because we've got the earth being cracked open here. It's like you're done with all your lifetimes on Earth. Your next lifetime is not gonna be on Earth. Your next lifetime is not gonna be in human form on Earth. It's gonna be something else. But it's gonna be really happy and it's gonna be easier. You're done with the earthly stuff. You're kind of and like no shade to being human. I'm a human. No, but like no shade to being a human, and I think that's another thing that we do in like spiritual community. It's like I don't want to be a human. I want to be, an entity or whatever. It's like, well, being a human can be cool as well. Like there's nothing wrong with being a human. There's nothing inherently wrong with humans, you know? But I get a very strong sense that this is your last lifetime on Earth. Current. And your next lifetime is going to be somewhere else. But I was pulling love cards for every single pile, so I'm not going to make an exception with you. Why am I getting that you might potentially become a spirit guide in your next lifetime? Like, it's like you're going to be a spirit guide after this. You're not even. You're just vibes. This is just vibes. This is not even like a. Okay, let's see. What do we have in terms of the love story, or is there one? Give us an indication. Telephone. Why am I getting like communication? Why do I think you're gonna be a spirit guide? And like, it's not like you're not gonna be a human. You're gonna be a spirit guide. Communication, important conversation, speaking the truth. I'm getting such a strong feeling that this is your last lifetime on Earth. And you're wrapping up a lot of shit in this lifetime. You're wrapping up a lot of karmic cycles. And you're actually meant to be a spirit guide in your next life. And I think that's why it's so hard to look into your next lifetime, because it's not a lifetime technically. It's not something that we can conceive. Because I keep getting, you're done here, you're done, don't worry, you're done. And I'm even getting, it's like, can you just enjoy your time on Earth, please, in this lifetime? Because this is like, you're gonna be done after this. It's almost like it's the last assignment. And I hope, like, I don't want to freak anybody out because this is very positive. This is not like a negative kind of thing. This is very, very positive. It's like you're gonna be done. Like we're done here. After this lifetime, you can go and chill. You can hang out in like energetic playroom or whatever you want to call it. But I'm getting a very strong sense of like, can you just please have fun in this lifetime? Because like any opportunity that you can get in this lifetime, please have fun. I keep hearing that. Any opportunity that you get, any time that you get to have fun in this lifetime, really, really harness it, really, really fully embrace it, please. Like I keep getting like, please just enjoy yourself. Go out with a bang, like, you know, that kind of thing. Like let this lifetime be as fun, as exciting. Just yeah, I feel like, and compliments from the admirer, I feel like your spirit guides want you to know that they're so proud of you for all the spiritual work that you do. They're very proud of you. I feel like your spirit guides are like, we can't wait to have you as part of it. Can't wait to have you as part of our team. Obviously not like that, but yeah, I'm getting a lot of this communicating with spirit. And I think your guides are like, make sure to reach out to us anytime you need anything. Please reach out to us. Um, but yeah, I genuinely think this might be your last lifetime on Earth, and whatever comes afterwards, it's gonna be something that we can't even conceive as humans. Whether it's like some sort of alien life, or whether it's becoming a spirit guide. But again, there's something about being a teacher, somebody who's guiding others, and being very powerful, of becoming very, very powerful. You are already powerful. This is a powerful energy. You're a powerful pile. But that's what I got for you. Group number 4. If you like this reading, do like, subscribe, and comment. I'd love to hear what you thought of this reading. Really, really, really interesting. Let's move on. So we're going to move on to group number 5. Let's get into it. What is going to be your next lifetime? We've got slave, we've got bee spirit, carriage, a journey either physical or mental, and we've got arrow, you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. First thing that I got with the carriage and traveling, and then the arrow, Sagittarius, I feel like you're going to be nomadic. You're not going to be stationary in your next lifetime. I feel like you're going to be somebody who is constantly traveling in your next lifetime. And you might be traveling with like a group of people or with a community as well. Surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust. I think you're going to be extremely spiritual in your next lifetime. I'm getting very strong Sagittarius vibes here for sure. I feel like you're really going to value your community, but I'm also getting, just with the carriage and the arrow, it's like you're always moving. You're always moving in your next lifetime. You could be a life path 7 in your next lifetime. Oh, another thing is that you might have Sagittarius as your north node in this lifetime, and so you're moving towards a Sagittarius kind of lifestyle in your next lifetime. Very value your community, really value your community, really value, but you're also valuing the idea of like changing and constantly forming and changing. You're never going to want to stay the same. You're never going to want to stick to one thing. Again, like jack of all trades kind of energy, but most importantly, somebody who likes to travel, somebody who's quite nomadic, and you probably wouldn't like to settle in just one space. You'd probably like to visit many countries, visit many cultures, and you're gonna have a lot of respect for different cultures as well in your next lifetime. Maybe you can see yourself in this energy already. Maybe you're already kind of gathering some of that energy in this lifetime. Let's see what else. We've got 7 of Cups in reverse. Look at that. Traveling. Constantly traveling in your next lifetime. constantly on the go. You're never going to really settle down in your next lifetime. And it's not going to be that kind of way of like, oh, I'm not settling down and I'm upset about it. It's going to be really something that you love doing. You're going to love not settling down. You're going to love um not being stationary. Being stationary might actually be your worst nightmare in your next lifetime. You're kind of like, with the slave card, I'm almost getting like, if I had to be stationary, I'd feel like I'm imprisoned. I'd feel like I'm stuck. I need to move around. I need to be on the go, on the road. We've got the Five of Pentacles in reverse. And we've got the Page of Cups in reverse. There's something really about like believing in magic, believing in life being kind of like beautiful and magical and not being too realistic. There's something about like being real like I kind of feel like in your next lifetime you're gonna be a child at heart through the whole of your lifetime. It's like, I'm a child at heart and there's nothing that I can do about it or want to do about it. There's always going to be a sense of wonder, a sense of adventure in you. You could be somebody who even like writes children's books or creates something for children as well. I don't necessarily get that you're gonna have many children or anything like that. Maybe, potentially, but I feel like you're gonna be there's going to be this childlike energy to you that you're going to get children, you're going to understand them, and you're going to want to, like, your profession could be to create things for children, create movies, create whatever for children, but you're always going to be on the move. You're not ever going to want to settle down in just one place. But there's like, I wonder if your guides are almost coming in and saying that you're going to be somebody who's going to have to learn the lesson of not being too naive with people. Just with the Page of Cups being in reverse here, I'm getting a little bit of that, like that childlike energy, but it's like you're going to have to be very careful not to be too naive with people in your next lifetime. Because there is that tendency, you're very trusting in your next lifetime, you're very open. And maybe you're going to have to learn a lot of lessons that people are not always as open as you or as embracing as you. But I'm not getting anything too dramatic about it. It's just, it could be one of your lessons for your next lifetime where you have to realize that people are not always trustworthy or people don't always have the best intentions. But I feel like there's just very pure energy around you. Really childlike, very adventurous energy. You could even be somebody who writes about your travels or writes things based on your travels, things that are inspired by your travels. Let's pull a love card because I was pulling love cards to see what like your love story potentially could be in your next lifetime. We've got casual dating, socializing, and flirting. Again, kind of makes me think of like somebody who doesn't really want to settle down, somebody who just wants to enjoy their life and keep moving forward. Again, I hope this is not too upsetting to any of you, but I'm really feeling this more so of this energy of a wanderer, a seeker, somebody who wants to explore the world. And it's like, if somebody wants to come along, that's great. But I don't think you're ever going to settle down for anyone. You're never going to become stationary for anyone. And that's where this is coming through. But you're going to be somebody who's really fun. Like, I think there's that energy of like just a really fun person to be around. I think people are going to enjoy talking to you and kind of hearing your stories. You're going to be a really good storyteller. For some reason, that's coming through so intensely. Like, you could be just a really good storyteller. And people will want to hear your stories and people are going to be fascinated by your stories. And you're like a natural, you're almost like a natural at socializing. So you could be somebody who's very charismatic. And you have that like almost innocent kind of charisma as well. A very, very endearing. That's what I'm getting. The word endearing is perfect to describe this kind of energy. I feel like you are gonna have a lot of romantic partners in your next lifetime. It's not gonna be about settling down with a soulmate. It's not gonna be about, finding the one or anything like that. And I don't think you're gonna be particularly worried about finding the one in your next lifetime. I feel like you're gonna be more concerned with travel and exploring the world and seeing what's out there for you. Um, Expanding your horizons. And, again, as I said, it's like if somebody wants to come with me and expand their horizons with me, let's go. Like, I'd only be glad to do that. But I'm not going to stop myself from expanding. I'm not going to stop myself from moving forward for anybody. Um, Very free spirited energy. I think you're going to be a free spirit in your next lifetime. Again, could be resonating with you right now. Maybe this is something that you see in yourself already. Um, I'm also getting that potentially, whatever culture you come from in this lifetime, I feel like it could be a vastly different type of culture that you come from in your next lifetime. Like you're not going to be in the same type of culture in your next lifetime. It's going to be a very different like place in the world that you're going to come from in your next lifetime. Just a very different culture. I wonder if you have some Sagittarius placements in your lifetime, in this lifetime, and you kind of have this longing for adventure and travel, but maybe you're also somebody who likes being stationary in this lifetime. And so in this lifetime, you're meant to kind of balance the two, but in the next lifetime, you're meant to just let go and be this kind of nomadic adventurer that doesn't need. And there's nothing wrong with either one, by the way. It's just like that's what's coming through. It's like I don't need to settle down. I don't need a partner. Um, I have friends from all walks of life, that kind of energy. I have friends from all walks of life. I don't need a partner. I'm happy just expanding my horizons, traveling, and getting to know the world, getting to know um kind of like all these little corners in the world. It's like you almost want to see every corner of the world in this next lifetime. You don't want to have any rock left unturned, kind of thing. That's the energy that I'm picking up on here. And again, it kind of feels like you're gonna have a lot of love affairs or romantic affairs in your next lifetime. It's not going to be just it's I'm almost getting you might have multiple loves. Like you might feel in your next lifetime that you don't just have like one love of your life, but it's like I have three or four loves of my life. And um like why should I just have one? Like that's kind of what I'm getting for this group for your next lifetime. But yeah, I think that's all I'm getting for you, group number 5. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did like it, do give me a like and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to leave a comment just to let me know what you thought or say hello, you can do that as well. And I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.